You're standing in the school pickup line at 3:15, holding a Spider-Man lunchbox you bought because it was the only one left, and the mother next to you smiles and says, "It's so nice you're helping out today." And you have to decide, again, whether to correct her. You've been correcting people for 2 years now. You're not helping out today. You're not visiting. You're raising an 8-year-old full-time at 67. And some days, the hardest part isn't the parenting, it's the explaining. This is Gerald, in his own words. 2 years ago, my daughter called me from a rehab facility and asked if I could keep Mason for a few weeks while she got stable. A few weeks turned into court paperwork, and court paperwork turned into me becoming his legal guardian at an age when most of my friends were shopping for RVs. I said yes on the phone in about 4 seconds before I'd let myself think about what I was actually agreeing to, because there wasn't really a decision to make. There was just a kid who needed somebody, and I was the somebody available. The first 6 months nearly broke me, and I don't say that lightly. I hadn't packed a school lunch in 35 years. I didn't know what a 504 plan was, or that 8-year-olds have actual opinions about socks. I'd retired from the plant 2 years before, thinking my biggest daily decision from here on out would be what time to start the coffee. Instead, I was learning to braid a stuffed dinosaur's mane because Mason wouldn't sleep without it done the right way at 11 at night, ready to cry into a $15 dinosaur out of pure exhaustion. I want to be honest about something most people don't say out loud. I grieved my own retirement. The one I'd pictured, fishing trips, sleeping in, not answering to anybody's schedule but my own. That version of retirement was gone. And for a while, I resented that, even while I loved him, which is a confusing thing to feel at the same time, and nobody warns you about it. I felt guilty for missing a life I hadn't even started living yet. The child welfare people have a term for what I am: a kinship caregiver. There are an estimated 2.7 million grandparents across the country raising their grandchildren the way I'm raising Mason, which was oddly the most comforting fact I learned that whole first year. I wasn't a strange exception to normal retirement. I was part of an enormous, mostly invisible army of people who'd quietly rearranged their entire lives around a kid who needed one steady adult. The turn for me came on an ordinary Tuesday, nothing dramatic. Mason drew a family picture for a school assignment, and he drew himself standing between me and his mum, both of us holding a hand. And he'd written, "My family," in his wobbly 8-year-old letters above all